wanted to share some meanings of the word qasd for you. That's really epic. Safarun qasid, it's used in Surah At-Tawbah. لو كان سفرا قاصدا, عرضا قريبا أو سفرا قاصدا اتبعوك. In Surah At-Tawbah, Allah says about the army, we won't go into that story, but I'll tell you, had it been a journey that was qasid, use the word qasid to describe the journey, safar. Right? Now, what does the word qasid there mean? Sahlun qarib, it means a journey that was easy and the destination was nearby. So what is Allah recording on the tongue of Luqman that's so valuable? If we take note of that meaning of qasid, it actually is that sometimes you set a goal, like I'm going to memorize the whole Quran. It's a little big, that goal, a little bit too big. So when you take on a really big goal, then when you look at it, and you go to grab the mushaf, and you're like, well, that's a lot of pages. Okay, I think I'll start tomorrow. Because you get intimidated, because you set a goal that's so big, that you feel like even if you take a single step, it won't matter. So what if I memorized it? Look at how much I didn't memorize. For someone who just starts running, they can run 20 steps and go, and they're like, okay, from here to the end of the block. And they're looking at the end of the block and they're like, there's just no way. I can't do this. Okay, don't look at the end of the block. Just look at the next 10 steps. You see that flower over there? That bush over there? Just up to that bush. I'm like, oh, I think I could do this. And they get there. No, just, you see that little fence over there? Right there. 10 feet away. Just get to that. And you know what? When you have shorter goals, easier goals, then before the person knows it, they finish the entire block. They finish the entire block. There's actually studies on this in psychology. Marathon runners, some of the most successful marathon runners in the world that have run literally sometimes dozens of miles continuously without taking a break. And you ask them their secret, they're like, they don't look too far ahead. They just look enough that they could see a small goal, and then they fixate themselves on the next small thing, and the next small thing, and the next small thing. Why? You can have a big goal, but you cannot ever achieve it if you don't have waqsid fi mashyik. Clear agenda every time you take a step. Clear attainable goal. This is all I'm focused on. What happens often for a student, for example? A student, because I'm teaching nowadays, I'm teaching Arabic. So I'll give you an Arabic student example. I'm teaching one concept. I'm teaching one thing. And the student says, but I was reading an ayah and there's so much more to it than what you just taught us. Well, how are we going to remember everything? What are we going to do? There's so much Arabic. Hold on. Just this step. Your goal right now is to not look at the rest of the ocean. Your goal right now is to just sit on that little boogie board and take one stroke. You're not asked to cross the Atlantic Ocean. You're just being asked to get used to, standing in the water for a little bit. Then we'll take another little step. Then another little step. That's waqsid fi mashyik. Tangible goals that you can actually achieve. That's what a day is about. That's how a person has to think. Because one, sometimes people don't have a goal at all. They don't have a goal at all. Or two, they have such a big goal and they never divide it, slice it up into smaller goals. You have to slice it up into smaller goals, and that's captured inside waqsid fi mashyik, a purposeful intent. And when you have that, then every single day, it's like you accomplished a mission. Even though you didn't accomplish the goal, even for athletes or people that are studying or people that are memorizing Quran, they didn't finish memorizing the Quran in a day. Or maybe that day the ayah was really hard. They couldn't even do a page of the Quran. They could do one line of the Quran that day. It's possible. But you know what? They made that progress that day. So that day was a success. That day, they accomplished their goal that day. And if they died that day, they died successful. Right? وَأَلَّيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. A person will have nothing to their advantage except the efforts they made. What did you try to do? That's it. That's all we're going to be asked about.